Wassce 2021 Literature in English Past Question. Objective Test. Part 1. Question 1. Something a character says on stage that is meant for the audience alone is A. An aside, B. An epilogue, C. A mime, D. A soliloquy. Question 2. A pause within a line of poetry is A. An alliteration, B. An assonance, C. A caesura, D. A meter. Question 3. A recurring idea, image, or a group of images that unifies a work of literature is A. Allusion, B. Anecdote, C. Legend, D. Motif. Question 4. When you are old and grey and full of sleep, the rhythmic pattern of the above line is A. Anapestic, B. Dactylic, C. Iambic, D. Trochaic. Question 5. An inscription on a tombstone is an A. Epigram, B. Epistle, C. Epitaph, D. Ode. Question 6. A 3-line stanza rhymed ABA, BCB, CDC is A. Couplet, B. Haiku, C. Heroic couplet, D. Terza rima. Question 7. The chorus normally features prominently in A. Drama, B. Poetry, C. The epic, D. The novel. Question 8. A story which explains a natural phenomenon or justifies the beliefs of a society is A. Fable, B. Legend, C. Motif, D. Myth. Read the extract below and answer questions 9 to 11. What happened to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat? Question 9. The dominant literary device is A. Verbal irony, B. Paradox, C. Epithet, D. The rhetorical question. Question 10. Does it stink like rotten meat? Makes use of the sense of A. Sight, B. Smell, C. Taste, D. Touch. Question 11. The mood of the poem is one of A. Anger, B. Certainty, C. Doubt, D. Joy. Question 12. A short play performed in the pause between the acts of a longer play is A. Epilogue, B. Denouement, C. Interlude, D. Prologue. Question 13. The most intense part of a conflict is A. Climax, B. Denouement, C. Deus machine, D. Resolution. Question 14. I feel a million times better than I felt yesterday is A. An apostrophe, B. A euphemism, C. A hyperbole, D. an irony. Question 15. Identify the odd item. A. Epistolary technique. B. First-person narrative. C. Literary appreciation. D. Third-person narrative. Question 16. A dramatist is someone who dash plays. A. Commissions plays. B. Directs plays. C. Promotes plays. D. Writes plays. Question 17. Nando's family lives within the lower income bracket illustrates A. Allusion. B. Climax. C. Euphemism. D. Sarcasm. Question 18. A dramatic performance without words is A. An aside. B. A mime. C. A monologue. D. A soliloquy. Question 19. Utopia is a term used to describe A. Ideal societies. B. Difficult conditions. C. Pleasant feelings. D. Strange circumstances. Question 20. The lawyer addressed the bench illustrates A. Alliteration. B. Oxymoron. C. Metonymy. D. Simile. Part 2. Read the passage below and answer questions 21 to 25. When he was little, he would ask his mother sometimes as he lay in the cool little room and looked up at her as she sat by his bed, stroking his hair, why 2 boys from his class had thrown stones at a dog, or why on another occasion a gang of them had broken into an empty house, smashing the thick door which had curved moldings on the front which had been turned by carpenters years before, or why he had ended up in a fight which had begun when a little girl had shouted names at him which made no sense about his house and his mother, and others had joined in, and he had rushed at them, scattering them as some shrieked and some laughed, and he flailed about with his hard little fists and tears in his eyes. His mother would smile, say shh, and he would drift to sleep with the heart shape of her face imprinted on his mind. Question 21. The dominant feeling in the passage is that of A. Anger. B. Expectancy. C. Fear. D. Nostalgia. The feeling is conveyed by the A. Boy's actions. B. Tender care of his mother. C. Little girl's taunts. D. Moldings on the door. Question 23. The dominant literary device in the passage is A. Antithesis. B. Litotes. C. Parallelism. D. Personification. Question 24. And he had rushed at them, scattering them as some shrieked and some laughed, illustrates A. Climax. B. Metaphor. C. Metonymy. D. Onomatopoeia. Question 25. The main character is A. Humorous. B. Inquisitive. C. Playful. D. Sad. Read the poem below and answer questions 26 to 30. We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile. With thorn and bleeding hearts we smile, and mouths with myriad subtleties. Why should the world be overwise in counting all our tears and sighs? Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. We smile, but O great God, our cries to Thee from tortured souls arise. We sing, but oh, the clay is vile beneath our feet and long the mile. But let the world dream otherwise. We wear the mask. Question 26. The poem is about A. Appearances, B. Costumes, C. Debtors, D. Dreams. Question 27. The poet's tone is A. Conciliatory, B. Complaint, C. Defiant, D. Supplicatory. Question 28. The rhyme scheme of the first stanza is A. AA, BB, C, B. AA, BCC, C. ABA, BA, D. ABB, AC. Question 29. The dominant mood is one of A. Fear, B. Joy, C. Optimism, D. Sadness. Question 30. We wear the mask that grins and lies illustrates A. Alliteration, B. Irony, C. Personification, D. Synecdoche. Read the extract below and answer questions 31 to 35. You do impeach your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place, with the rich worth of your virginity. Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore, I think I'm not in the night. Question 31. Speaker X is A. Demetrius, B. Hermia, C. Lysander, D. Philostrate. Question 32. Speaker Y is A. Helena, B. Hippolyta, C. Peace Blossom, D. Titania. Question 33. Speaker X sees Speaker Y A. for the first time, B. as a pretender, C. as a past lover, D. for the last time. Question 34. Both speakers are in the woods. A. for different reasons, B. for the same reason, C. to hide from each other, D. to spy on each other. Question 35. Night evolves in the speakers A. contrasting feelings, B. despairing thoughts, C. erotic feelings, D. huge responsibilities. Read the extract below and answer questions 36 to 40. But masters, here are parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the place wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There will we rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company, and our devices known. Question 36. The speaker is A. Bottom, B. Quince, C. Peace Blossom, D. Park. Question 37. The speaker is addressing A. Artists, B. Actors, C. Painters, D. Writers. Question 38. They intend to rehearse the play. A. Pyramus and Thisbe, B. A Midsummer Night's Dream, C. The Tragedy of Lovers, D. The Battle Royal. Question 39. The rehearsal is in preparation for A. Aegeus' acceptance of Lysander, B. Theseus' wedding, C. The Dance of the Fairies, D. Titania waking up from a dream. Question 40. The main actors will be A. Snag and Snout, B. Philostrate and Starveling, C. Quince and Bottom, D. Puck and Mustard Seed. Read the extract below and answer questions 41 to 45. X. I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me, on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee. Why? Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. Question 41. Speaker X is A. Oberon, B. Hippolyta, C. Snout, D. Titania. Question 42. Speaker X has just A. Abandoned a loved one, B. Escaped from the city, C. Fallen into a world of dreams, D. Waking up from an induced sleep. Question 43. Speaker Y is A. Bottom, B. Demetrius, C. Quince, D. Lysander. Question 44. Speaker Y is a member of A. The group of actors, B. The group of lovers, C. Theseus' retinue, D. Titania's retinue. Question 45. Speaker X's speech can be described as A. Conceit, B. Paradox, C. Parody, D. Satire. Read the extract below and answer questions 46 to 50. If we offend, it is with our good will, that you should think we come not to offend, but with good will, to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to content you. Our true intent is. Question 46. The speaker is A. Bottom, B. Flute, C. Philostrate, D. Quince. Question 47. The speech is part of the A. Epilogue, B. Exposition, C. Lyric, D. Prologue. Question 48. The speaker is involved in putting on A. An act, B. A play, C. A scene, D. A skit. The occasion is A. Oberon's threat to punish Titania. B. Titania falling in love with Bottom. C. The celebration of the royal marriage. D. The king's decision to banish Hermia. Question 50. The speech is A. Comic. B. Romantic. C. Satiric. D. Tragic.